Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about the movie Vicious because what the heck did I just watch? So the movie starts off with our main character. Her name is Polly. Polly is coming home. You could see that her house is a little bit of a mess, so she hasn't been around. Plants are dying, she's not taking care of them, she's got voicemail, she doesn't have her life in order. So she's prepping herself for an upcoming interview, she's talking to her mom, all those things, and she's just minding her business in her house. And there's a knock on her door, and she goes to the door to answer it, and it's this old lady, and the old lady's like, hey, I'm lost, my cab left me, I'm looking for this person. She has a sob story, okay? Stop right there. Stop right there. We can see that the old lady on her hand, she has these wrappings around her hand and they're bloody. So Polly's being very nice and the old lady's asking her questions about her life. And then the old lady pulls out a box and puts it on the table and she goes, well, let's get this started. And Polly's like, excuse me, that would have been it. I would have said, get out of my house, out of my house. But Polly's very nice and she's like, what are you talking about? So old lady leaves the box and she's like, this is your problem now. Not. The old lady leaves, disappears. She cannot get rid of the box because every time she tries to get rid of it, it comes back. Now Polly's like, you know what? I have bigger things to handle. I have to get ready and practice and get my clothes out for an interview that she has coming the next day. And good for her. Her for not letting the box and the old lady hold her back from what she needs to get done. Okay. She's having this conversation with her mom and it all seems lovely. And then she gets off the phone with her mom. Her stuff starts happening. Like there's a shadow. She like calls her mom. She's like, hey, I felt and I heard your voice and I felt like you were here. And the mom's like, no. And things start to get weird. The old lady had told her, hey, this box is your problem now. Box presents a challenge where you have to give it 3 things. One thing that you need, one thing that you hate, and one thing that you love. And she gave her those instructions. If you don't give the box the 3 things that it needs, you will die when the time runs out. Polly's like, okay, I can't get rid of this box. I might as well try to play this challenge. So the first thing she does is she's like, hey, she smokes cigarettes. She's like, I'm gonna get rid of this because this is something I hate. She puts the cigarette in the box and the box is not having it because the box knows when you're lying and if you're not giving it something that you truly hate. Weird stuff continues, the cigarettes don't work. So she's gotta figure out something else to put in that box to be able to complete level 1 of the challenge. But she's like, you know what? This is getting weird. She decides to go to the neighbor and the neighbor down the road, there's not many houses. It looks like it's during the holidays and people are on vacation. So there's not many houses with lights on. She tries to knock. She ends up on one lady and she's like, hey, I need to use the phone. This lady is on her phone yapping with someone and then literally grabs a knife, the neighbor, and starts ending herself. So Polly's like, oh, evilness from the box is also here at my neighbor's house. So I am out of here. It gets crazy there. So Polly heads back home and she's like, you know what? She's really scared that this box is gonna come after her and her family. A lot of weird stuff starts happening. And then they show us that Polly goes into the closet. This man who represented her dad that passed away from a really bad disease comes out hunting her. But he's already dead. So she's like so scared and she's so freaked out. And then she gets the cross that he wore. And she realizes that being so afraid, she realizes that she's really, really mad at what the cross represents because the dad had the cross the whole time and the dad prayed, but God did not save him. She's really mad at the cross and what it represents. So she puts the cross in the box and the box accepts the cross as something that she hates. And the time starts again. Now she's like, I have to get out of here, okay? She is fighting for her life. She is trying to open a window. She's trying to break anything that she can. She's trying to unlock the doors, but they lock back up. She is trying to leave. She's fighting for her life. She looks in the mirror and there's a reflection of herself and the reflection is trying to kill her. The TV turns on and the TV is showing her knees and showing her knees full of blood and bloody. And it's really telling her to cut her toe off, okay? So she goes and she's like, no, I don't want to, but she's like, you know what? I have to do what I have to do to protect my family and to protect myself. And she cuts her toe off, puts it in the box. And the box is like, psych, no, we're not accepting that. You thought. Then she gets like a text on her phone that shows like wrong one. And she sees her own reflection missing a finger. Pretty much the box is saying like, girl, we want a finger. give us a finger. So she cuts her finger off. It's very painful and she puts it in the box and the box takes it and the time starts again. So by a miracle, Polly is able to get out of the house. She gets in the car and she heads over to her sister's house. She gets to her sister's house and she goes inside and she heads upstairs and she sees that they are in bed. It's like Christmas decorations are out, music, everything. But she goes to her sister's room and her sister looks dead. Then she goes to her niece's room and her niece looks dead. And she is like freaking out. So the phone starts ringing. She picks up the phone and the phone is literally her niece in this cute voice saying, hey, Auntie P, are you ready to play again? Like, we're not done. Are you ready to play? So Polly is really freaked out, but she's like, hey, I have to try to do what I can to save my family. So she goes upstairs. I'm not cutting my niece's fingers or toes, but I'll cut her hair. So she cuts her niece's hair and she puts it in the box, and the box accepts it. So she runs and she looks at her niece, and her niece comes back to life, except her niece comes back as a zombie with a lot of dark spots on her face, super creepy. And her niece starts just attacking her. And then her niece ends up stabbing. So once the zombified niece stabs her, she like wakes up. And she wakes up and she starts putting her ring in the box, her necklace in the box. I mean, at this point, and the box is accepting it. So we know that the box is a jewelry collector, at least. But she's like, when will it stop? And then she starts squeezing her blood into the box from her, like, remember she cut her finger off, so she has that bandage around her hand. She starts squeezing the blood into the box, and the box, a hand comes out and grabs her, tries to get her into the box. Ooh. So after that jump scare, she decides, you know what, I need to think critically. I need to get it together. So she starts thinking, oh, okay, so if you can't beat them, join them. So she decides, you know what, the old lady brought me the box. I'm just gonna bring it to somebody else and make it somebody else's problem. So she decides to go knock on different doors, and nobody answers, but this one girl answers. And the girl, her name is Tara, she's like, well, this is my parents' house and they're not here, so I'm not really sure. But Polly's like, please, I'm freezing. Like, let me come in. And the girl lets her come in. And Polly sits down with the box and she puts the box down. And she starts talking to Tara and pretty much says like, hey, this box is your problem now. You're going to die. They're coming for you. From there, she goes back home and the old woman reappears. But now the old woman is a zombie and starts attacking her and trying to kill her. And Polly's like, why did you come after me? Why me? She's like, you're the one that answered, so you get the box. Old lady and Polly are both having this monologue while they're fighting, like making it deep about life. I was like, guys, really? And the old lady's like, oh, somebody knocked on my door and I answered. They never knock anymore. Why are we having this conversation while we're literally fighting? She pops the old lady. Polly wakes up and Polly's very happy that everybody's alive. Everybody's alive. She's happy. She runs outside. It's a beautiful snowy day. The type of snowy day, you know, when they cancel school and you could just go hang out outside when you're a kid. That type of snowy day. It's a beautiful day. So her phone rings while she's outside, but she's afraid to pick it up. And she's like, you know what? I should go check up on Tara. Polly had gone over to Tara's to say, like, give me the box back. I should have never given it to you. Like, I'm sorry. And Tara's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you are. I just got back from vacation. I have no idea. So then Polly leaves, right? And then they show us Tara's POV when she comes back into her house and she closes the door. And you can see that she's missing a finger. She has the same wrapping around her hand. You could see that she's dealing with the box. There's written in blood on the wall that says, trust no one, listen to no one, don't believe anybody. You can see as they back up that Tara is now dealing with the box. You can see her parents on the side, that she popped her parents. And she's currently dealing with the problems of the box. And the end scene. And the movie ends right there. So, okay, the box was just evil. Like, there's no purpose besides torturing everybody here, right? Like, there's no reason. There's no deeper meaning. It was random. Somebody knocks on your door, gives you a box. That's it. I don't know. We could have used a little bit of a so why. I know it's a scary movie, but like, I mean, remember, if somebody knocks on your door late at night, even if they are a sweet old grandma, do not open it for them. Throw the phone out the door and let them cough. So I will see you on the next one.